Just a quick reminder to subscribe if you enjoy my videos.
Hey guys, if you aren't, make sure you are following me other places. Instagram, YouTube, Lemonade is linked. There's links. Click my beacon links and follow me where all my social medias are linked. I'm going to be posting content elsewhere. The same content on TikTok is going to be allowed on Lemonade. And also, I did kind of hear that, Lemonade is going to allow transferring data over from your TikTok, so all my data will transfer from Lemonade, hopefully. I don't know, once TikTok gets banned, they said that they're going to transfer over all the data from TikTok to Lemonade because TikTok owns Lemonade or something like that, I don't know. Anyways, guys, make sure you are following me on YouTube, Instagram, Lemonade, and any other platform that I have linked because I will be posting and making content elsewhere, okay, guys? So please, make sure you are following me. Stay safe and have a good day. Bye, guys. So, hey, guys, I want to come on here and talk about the TikTok ban. TikTok just got passed, and it's the ban for TikTok. And Joe Biden's is going to sign it tonight. He said he was going to sign it. So, for those of you who not have made the switch over or migration over from TikTok, you should be migrating and switching your fans and supporters and audience over to other apps. This is so important that you build monetization outside of TikTok and don't solely depend on TikTok, because a lot of y'all that depended on TikTok, now that TikTok's being banned, you're going to be struggling to try to get monetized on other apps. Like, you really have to be working outside of TikTok. That's why I work to build my monetization and my self-employment outside of TikTok because of this very thing right here. And those that didn't believe in the ban are now like scrambling to figure out what they're gonna do. So make sure that you are switching your audience over sooner rather than later, because you're really gonna be struggling to grow on these other apps when the time comes. Make sure that your links, because I have a beacons link that if you do put your socials linked, make sure that it's easy and accessible for people to click on. One thing that I did was make a small little banner. I didn't add really much all of my socials besides YouTube and Instagram for now. But literally, I made a banner on Canva, which is one of my favorite places to make a banner. And literally put my socials so I can add them at the end of my 1-minute videos to get people to go over to my other socials and follow it. And that's what you also could do, is make a banner and put it at the end of 1-minute videos that you make, so that way people know where to follow you. You can also put like the text of your socials in your videos at certain parts, where you can make like a little short part like, hey, if you guys haven't, also make sure you follow my social medias, Instagram, I don't like to call it X, I call it Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever social media platform that you use. Make sure you are linking those platforms, Twitch, whatever app, make sure that you are using those apps and you are linking them. I just want to make sure that people know so they ain't doing this too late, because a lot of influencers should have been building monetizations outside of TikTok and audiences outside of TikTok, because you're really going to be struggling when the time comes. Stay safe. Have a good day or night wherever you guys are. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.
So do texts. You always have oversent me.
TikTok, you better pay people the money you owe them. I am owed $180 that I can't even access because the app is down. Let me tell you something. Biden said he's not going to enforce the law on TikTok, right? They don't have to shut down their app. They're doing this mindfuck game, right? And then to thank Donald Trump in trying to help TikTok when he's the reason why TikTok is banned. Let me tell you something. 100 and some million people lost their jobs because Mr. Chu wants to have his head up his ass and not help the fucking creators, he doesn't have to do that to y'all. Mr. Chu just said fuck you and like cut your guy's job off. Now we can't even access TikTok because it says TikTok is closed. What the fuck? It's not even Sunday. It's still Saturday. This is just so fucking frustrating. Like, I can't even access TikTok right now because I tried to go live because I was like, oh, maybe I still have time to go live. It won't let me. Mr. Chu was literally attending Trump's inauguration, donating money to him. And not only that, now it says that you can link your TikTok to Facebook. If Mark Zuckfuck buys TikTok, I'm fucking gonna lose my shit. Fuck TikTok. Like, okay, so what? We fight for TikTok only for Mr. Chu to say fuck you guys? Like, we're the ones who helped his fucking app. And then he wants to make it so that no other person, right, has a job now. Even Joe Biden said he's not going to enforce the law. TikTok's the one that shut the app down, not the government. They have a choice to not shut it down, but they did. No one's forcing them to shut down their app and ban it. You're the one who fucked creators over, Chu. What's crazy is all these MAGA supporters and MAGA people. Like, I'm so pissed off because there are people that have $30,000 in TikTok that is no longer going to have their money cash out, because I hope my money cashes out next Wednesday. I hope I get my money next Wednesday. That's all I hope. If not, TikTok's going to have a large lawsuit on their hands, not paying people. You can't shut down your app without paying everybody out all the money that they're owed. This is so fucked up. So let's talk about it while I'm shopping. You said you don't want me on Red Note Good. And you obviously don't care about the Chinese people, because one girl is bawling her eyes out because now she cannot receive news because everyone flocked to this Chinese app, and the news that they were receiving, that because they don't live in China, they separated by IP addresses. So the Chinese people that live here in America, their IP address is international, meaning that whatever news is being aired in China, they won't be able to see it. So if something is important and they need to see the news because of, you know, their family, or make sure everything's okay in China, you know, because they're here in America, they can't do that. So you won't be able to see Chinese people that post content on Red Note, and the people in China that are on the Red Note app won't be able to see your videos that you're posting from America, because now the IP addresses are going to be separate. They're already in talks of that. There are a lot of Chinese people who are crying because now they cannot receive news. So yeah, you know what? And not only that, you just gave your information to a Chinese app. And I know people are going to say, well, all apps have our information. When you delete the app, they still have your information stored. When you delete the app, they still have access to all your content. They can use it however they want. They don't have to pay you. It's a communist country. People fail to realize that you can be extradited from here to China if you break a law and have to face years in prison in China. And you think that's bad. Chinese prisons are different than American prisons. They're very different than American prisons. People think that it's like free speech over there. The LGBTQ is censored because of how they are, and Chinese people fail to realize that. Social justice things cannot be posted there, like racism, all of that sorts. It's not going to fly on that app. It's just going to have to be kiddie videos and makeup tutorials or recipes. And it's not going to show you real life. You're not going to be able to post racism or talk about that stuff, and real life matters are not going to be allowed on Red Note. So to all you people that flock to Red Note, you ain't going to get reality when it comes to like what's going on in the real world, because Chinese app is going to heavily censor for all those being like, I'm learning Chinese to go to the Red Note, or ha ha ha. No, the Chinese people that are dragging us on Red Note are not dragging us because they're being funny. They're dragging us because they don't like you on that app. Because now they're realizing how their app just got screwed up. So now you're getting dragged by the Chinese people who are on this app, not because they find you funny, because they really don't like you. Like, and I'm trying to share this video of this girl bawling her eyes out because now she's not going to get news because you wanted to save TikTok or protest. And that's what you get. I don't know what to tell you guys. You need to read the terms and conditions of that app and delete your account right away. That's all I'm going to say. Have a good day. So let's talk about the TikTok ban and what's going on with the TikTok ban. So Monday, they're going to the Supreme Court because there's being misinformation being spread. And it's basically going to halt the ban on the 19th. But what I wanted to talk about is if you aren't, I have all the links in my bio for you to follow me elsewhere. But let's talk about the TikTok ban. TikTok is still going to be banned on the 19th. Whether the Supreme Court hears TikTok on Monday or not, right? Or on Monday, it's not whether, they are. But TikTok is still being banned on the 19th. One thing that I don't get about the government that makes no sense is you have an active 5 fires in California that I don't even know the containment, that some of them were 0 contained. Mind you, there are other apps besides TikTok that have already sold or we've had our data compromised. I don't know how many times I've heard Target has had a security breach where our data was sold. I don't know how many times that I've heard like T-Mobile and other companies have been hacked and people's data was sold to a third party. So for me personally, if you're so concerned about our data being sold, other companies have already sold our data to other countries. Our data probably has already been sold to China from some other app that isn't TikTok. It doesn't make sense to me. And here's the other thing. I watched a man be able to raise money for the surgery his son needed so his son is able to see. And this discourse around, now influencers and content creators have to get jobs. It's more so the people that benefit from this app. People that raise money, the small businesses, the people that raise money for their charities, things like that. The small businesses, the little men, if that makes sense. The people who say, sit with me, help me get stable living. The mothers who do the best they can to provide for their children using the extra money they make from this app. This is so far and so much more beyond content creators and influencers. Those are the people that I think about that are going to be mostly affected. When we talk about content creators and influencers but what about the people that work at the TikTok headquarters that are going to lose their job? What about all the people whose small businesses thrive from this app that are not going to be able to survive? A lot of people are going to end up being homeless because of this app being banned. We do not care if someone has our data because you want us to care about our data being sold to China when our data has already been sold to other countries, probably from other apps like Meta, from like Facebook, from like it was confirmed Temu. We've already had data breaches in like Target when you swiped your credit card at the credit card machine and someone took your data already. When you buy from places like Shein and stuff like that, our data has already been sold, and it was confirmed because Apple, right? Apple confirmed that they were using Siri to record our conversations and selling our conversations to third-party advertisers. Whenever you mention something and it starts popping up, it's recently happening to me. Like when I was talking about like something and all of a sudden I start seeing ads for that, and Apple's in a lawsuit. I don't understand. If it's so much about our safety, I don't understand how they're more concerned about people's safety, but then if they're so concerned, how come they don't have more gun control, more gun laws to prevent mass pew-pewings in schools, mass pew-pewings anywhere. It's not safe to go anywhere. You care about our safety, but yet you ban the right for women to have abortions. You care about our safety, but you're literally going to allow police to have immunity to target minorities. It has never been about our safety when the president is actively going out of his way to cause a World War III. To cause us to be put in harm's way. You care about our safety, but you allow big corporations and big company to use their big bucks to cancel people's insurances when it comes to health insurance. When people exercise their right, well, to an extent, like Luigi, I'm all for what Luigi did, let's be honest, and I know I'm probably going to get hate for that, but you allow big corporations and big bucks, right? You allow health insurance companies to treat people like dollar signs because people can't afford the medications that are necessary to help fight cancer. Life-saving medications for other diseases, other things that could save people's lives and they can't afford it, but you're all for the safety of Americans when you do stuff like that. You're all for the safety of people, but yet State Farm is canceling insurance policies for people who are in the midst of a fire in California that can't recoup or recover anything because their insurance was canceled. Their insurance policy that is supposed to help them during a house fire, they said, nope, we're canceling that. It's never been about the safety of American people. It's been about your safety and protecting yourselves and for you to not be seen as what everyone's seeing you for on TikTok. Because we spread information that is factual. Because you don't want people to see exactly who they're portraying you on TikTok, which is not a portrayal because we're seeing it in real time. We are seeing the truth for ourselves. You could ban this app, but you will never stop us from using our free speech. You will never stop us from speaking the truth. Because you hate it so much, it eats you alive inside. You know that there's over $300 billion combined of money combined with all the people in the government. If it was about the safety of people, then how come you haven't done anything to fight the homelessness in America? How come children are going to bed hungry and starving, but you care? You care about the safety of Americans when your veterans are standing on the street corner saying, I need help. Because they ain't get it. They fought for their country to be standing on a street corner, not having a place to live, but you care about the safety of Americans. It has never been about the safety of Americans. It's the fact that we found a way to self-support ourselves because we're making lots of money on this app, because TikTok Shop is becoming bigger than Amazon, and you hate that it's a threat to other companies. I feel like you think this is a threat to Meta, this is a threat to Amazon, this is a threat to the way of life, the way you want to be able to control yourselves to make money. It's about how you make money. It's not even about it, because first of all, if it was about safety, why does TikTok have to sell when TikTok's main company is here in the US, but ByteDance that owns the company is in China, which has nothing to do with data, because if it was, other apps sell our data. It's about your pockets and monetizing for yourselves. All you've ever cared about is your safety, not the American people's safety. You don't care about our safety. Our safety was put last. And if you cared, you would have kept this app. I don't know. Have a good day or night where you guys are, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Okay, guys, so if you haven't, I reposted this video. Go watch it. Yeah, Red Note, you're done. Cut the app. Cut it. Let's unfollow this app. This app is number 1 on the App Store. Yeah, let's get rid of this app. So this girl talks about how she found 5 really racist videos. They don't like people, black people. They don't like people that look like this. I'm black, but you know, dark-skinned black people face worse. They don't like people that look, yeah. So what she's talking about, which if you go to my repost, you'll see unfollow Red Note. I just want everyone to know, because we followed this app, got it to number 1. First of all, they do not like us there. They have nothing to do with the TikTok ban, they said. They said how ignorant we are, how dumb we are to download the app because of the TikTok ban. They literally came for us. Like, they're already dragging us on Red Note. Like, nah, I'm deleting my account. I'm not joining the app anymore. I'm getting rid of it. She said that she saw a video of Arthur. We all know what Arthur looks like. You know, Arthur the cartoon of Arthur. Because you have to censor yourself. You can't say that on here. It was Arthur that was... No. Go to this woman's video. Reshare this video. Blast this around. Unfollow. Get off the Red Note app, because they're already being racist towards people of color. They don't like people of color on the app. Again, this is the stuff that we face. This is what happens on other apps. They don't like black people, and this is insane. I will not be supporting an app that is really, really racist. So if you haven't already done so, go to this video again. I reposted this video. They don't like people of color. They don't like y'all. They don't, well, not y'all. I should have said y'all, because I'm included, but I'm not a dark-skinned black person. So, sorry, sometimes my wording is not correct. I'm not trying to other myself, but yeah. Don't do it. That's all I gotta say. I was excited for this Red Note app, and now, no. I'm deleting my account. I'm uninstalling the app. Goodbye. Y'all hyped up this app, right? We hyped this app up, and they're saying how stupid y'all are because they have nothing to do with the TikTok ban. Obviously, they're not on board with the protest, and they don't like people of color. She already found 5 really racist videos. I haven't looked through the videos on the app, but if I find those videos, yeah, I will. I don't know if I could reshare them because my stuff might get taken down. I might have to censor it. But yeah, I'll probably screen record the really racist videos that I find and censor it on here and post it for y'all to see. Because sometimes some of y'all really need to see what's happening to people to be like, oh, well, you know, because some people still might support this. Uninstall the app. Have a good day.
Would you like to have exclusive perks to my channel, such as getting early access to my videos, get members-only posts just for you, use custom emojis in my comments, have a loyalty badge, and get a shout-out at the end of my videos, all for the low, low price of $2.99 a month? What are you waiting for? That's a great deal. If you'd like to, you can join from the link in the description box.